they're rolling so much mist. And maybe it is for the photo, I don't know. The most popular dish here in Malaysia is the Nasi Lemak. Now, doesn't smell too fishy. Yeah, it tastes fishy. And also we have this other thing called Lobak, I believe. Welcome to Kuala Lumpur during Ramadan. As you can see behind me, there's some tents, food stalls. Nothing's open right now, it's still early. Actually right now, it is just past noon, so maybe prayer time for some of the people. There is the mosque right over here, you can see it in my background. Walked by here yesterday, but decided to come back to this area to explore around. And it's a little bit difficult to do things during the day during Ramadan right now because there's not a lot of food places open. You have to go to places that are really catering to tourists, so you can't really have some of the street food and the local dishes here. It's only in select places that you will find it, like Chinatown and other places. But I don't know what's gonna happen in today's video. Today's video is gonna be kind of random. Maybe I'll go to McDonald's, maybe have a meal at McDonald's, try the local McDonald's here, maybe KFC, maybe somewhere. Really right now what I want to tell you is if you're coming to Kuala Lumpur during this time, it's best to do things in the evening. That's when everything comes to life. All the people come out, all the food stalls open and everything. So during the day, just sit back, relax, maybe go to your pool at your apartment if there is one, and just chill out. But check it out, here's the mosque. I can show you the view since we can't enter it right now. It is right on the river and it looks pretty damn cool. You guys can see behind me there's a lot of steam or a lot of mist. I don't know why. Why is there so much mist coming out of this? It is a little river or a canal going through here. Looks pretty dirty to be honest. But why do they have so much mist? Is it to cool down the area? Is it to make the beauty of the mosque, the photo, the view of it look even better? What's the purpose of it? I don't know. As you guys can see behind me, there is one of the most famous mosques here in Kuala Lumpur. Now we couldn't go in there, we went to the entrance, but for some reason they gave us a big X sign saying don't come in. Maybe it's the way we're dressed, I don't know. I'm wearing shorts and she has a dress on, but yeah, couldn't go in there, but it's okay because you can see it from here. It is a viewpoint and it's quite beautiful, but like I was saying, this river is a little interesting because they're rolling so much mist, and maybe it is for the photo, I don't know. But across the street, there's lots of beautiful murals. And actually, there is a bridge that crosses over here. And apparently this bridge is very famous. And this is what helped connect the two halves of the city a long time ago, back in the 1800s for trading time. And so they call this Market Street in English. That would be the name of it. But it is really fascinating because the bridge itself has gone through like 4 different phases of reconstruction because it used to be different material and it wasn't as strong and durable, and so they've had to replace it in history. And now this has become a focal point of the city where people come to see a beautiful view. And I gotta say, the mosque is definitely beautiful, but too bad we can't go in there, so maybe next time. Alright guys, we're walking across the street, just one street over from where we are. There is a famous I Love KL sign here. There's the famous square, so I'm going to show it to you. And we'll get some first impressions of this area as well, as I haven't been here yet. But as you can see, there's a mosque behind me also there, and it's a little bit under construction, so they're fixing it up. But some of these buildings, they are quite old. They are deteriorating. Like this one behind me. You can see there's plants on it, and yeah, it's a little old, but still it's beautiful. The old historic architecture and layout and style of it. That building right there is the City Gallery. Oh, loud music. So in there was the City Gallery. In there you can see a lot of historic photos and information about the city and how it became and how it went through its developments in the last couple hundred years, and also how it got its independence in 1957. But the I Love KL sign is there, so you can take a photo with it. There is a really old post office next to it as well. And then right behind the camera here is the Perpustakaan Kuala Lumpur building. Maybe like a national library or something. Not really sure what exactly it is, but the buildings are very beautiful. And there behind us is the 100-meter flagpole. It is one of the tallest, one of the biggest flagpoles in the entire world. Now I don't know where it ranks. That could be 15th, could be 30th, could be 2nd, could be 1st. Have no idea, but the key word there was amongst. So there are other tall ones, and yeah, it's absolutely massive. The flag is waving in the wind. So as you guys can see here behind me is a big field, an open field in the square here. This is actually where the Malay administration used to play cricket matches, according to what I read in the City Gallery. There's just an open area, grass. Don't know if you can go on it. There's a couple of people out there, but you can get pretty centered to take a photo with the flag, with the clock tower thing that's over here, and yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. Come here, check it out. As you can see, there's not really anybody here middle of the day. Maybe in the evening time people come here to hang out. I'm not really sure, but it is beautiful, that's for sure. You just can't go up there by the flag. Check it out, guys. That is the square over there, and check it out. There's a lot of food trucks right next to there, but as you can see, they are all closed right now. It's a little past 1 o'clock. Like I've been saying, during Ramadan, things just aren't really open too much in the afternoon. You have to wait till later in the evening. Also, maybe it's like that when it's not Ramadan. I don't know. It's just really hot right now, so I'm sure a lot of the people avoid the heat. Why be out here during the heat when you're gonna have less business? So I think that might be the motto or the momentum of having a business here. So I believe the area that we're actually walking through is like Little India, and you can really see it. There's a lot of things being sold, a lot of clothing, a lot of traditional clothing, carpets, things like that. But from the map, it did say that this is like Little India, and I'm not seeing any food over here really. Maybe it's tucked away somewhere, but mostly just shopping. A lot of the people are actually filling up their shops, getting ready maybe for the evening of selling. Alright guys, well as you can tell, as you can see along my side here are all food trucks. There was actually a section over there just for food trucks. There was probably 15 of them with many tables where you can sit down. All of them are closed, none of them are open right now because of the time of the day. It's definitely an evening time thing, so you know what? We're definitely gonna come back here pretty soon. Maybe this weekend, maybe the next day, or maybe tonight, I don't really know. But we're gonna try some of this food because I bet you it's absolutely delicious and very authentic. And yeah, why not do like a whole food truck tour or something like that here? So we're just gonna head out of this area and see what else happens. All right, we just came into a local restaurant here. The name of it is Kluang Station. It's in the local mall next to us. But there's a big menu here with lots of local food. It's actually all local food. But the way it works here in a lot of restaurants is they give you this little pad and a paper, and you write down what you want, and then you give it to them. That's how you order, and then your food comes out. So we're about to order some food here, sit down, eat, and finish up this video for today. Alright guys, the food should be coming out pretty soon. I want to tell you about this restaurant that we just kind of stumbled in here in the Kuala Mall. It's a really, really cool restaurant that has a lot of history. Now, actually here in the mall and a lot of places here you'll find Hainanese, I don't know if I pronounced that right, but the Hainanese culture, which are people that emigrated from or migrated from the island of Hainan, which is in southern China, past Hong Kong, way in the south. Basically, the people moved from the island of Hainan to this region of Malaysia or other Southeast Asian countries for better jobs, where they became people who made clothing, like textiles, fabrics, things like that. And then also people went into the food and drink industry, I guess we can say, making coffee, making local dishes. And then it kind of became a fusion with Malaysia here. So this restaurant is a fusion. It's a bit of Chinese and it's a bit of real Malay authentic food. And you have a mixture of it, but I don't know how to sum it up any more than that. That's just what I read on the paper. But this is actually themed after a railway station because there was a very famous railway station in Malaysia where the people began in the early 1900s to make the food and stuff that. But I ordered a lime tea here. I had the lemon tea before and I wanted to try the lime tea. So let's see how this is. Whoa, it's sour. Whoa, really refreshing. Wow, this is excellent. It's just more than 5 ringgit, so more than $1. But the way they make the tea is they pour it hot and then they put ice in it to cool it down. So now it's cold. I had to let it sit for a few minutes, but it's absolutely delicious. You have to have tea here in Malaysia. And we just ordered a couple dishes. Here, I have the famous traditional dish of Malaysia, Nasi Lemak. There's rice, there's a hard-boiled egg, some cucumber, we have some peanuts, and then a side of anchovies. And also we have this other thing called Lobak, I believe, if I pronounced that right, but it is fried chicken wrapped in some sort of like bean curd maybe. Alright, let's try some of this food here before it gets too cold. This is the Lobak, it's called. 5-spice chicken wrapped in bean curd sheet. Let's see how we pick this up. I don't know, is there bone in it? I have no idea. But that's what it looks like there. Spices in the middle. It looks a little spicy. Dip it in some of this sauce here. Oh my god, that's delicious. Kind of reminds me of like a spring roll, like from Vietnam. A soft one, not a crunchy one. So much flavor in it. Wow. Not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous. This chicken's looking a little red here. I hope it's from the bean curd, and I hope it's not undercooked, because that's looking a little red and pink. But wow, there is some green stuff in there. I don't know what it is, but it's like a tangy flavor with a little bit of spice, like spiciness, but it's not spicy really at all. But the bean curd wrap they put on it, or the bean curd sheet, it's actually really, really tasty. I thought it was gonna be a little chewy, a little hard, but it's not. Absolutely phenomenal. The price of the Lobak here was 10.9 ringgit. Not bad. Alright, and the best dish of all, the national dish, the most popular dish here in Malaysia is the Nasi Lemak. Now, it comes different in many different ways. This is just like the original plain version without any meat, because you can get fried chicken with it. But I just got this option because I wanted to try something else, a different dish with it, and not have too much food. But as you see, you have the steamed rice, the egg, the cucumber, the peanuts. They look like Spanish peanuts. But then you have like some hard anchovies, and then I believe it's like saucy anchovies. Now, I'm not an anchovy fan, to be honest, but maybe we should try it. Doesn't smell too fishy. Yeah, it tastes fishy. I don't really like the taste, but I'm gonna try the other stuff. Rookie mistake. I just was talking to the camera and it wasn't even on. What we're gonna do, we got anchovies, and we're gonna mix it with some of the rice. So I'm gonna try it again with the mixture, because that's how you're supposed to eat it. So let's see. It's okay. Not the biggest fan of it. It's just a little bit fishy, and I don't really have a taste for fishy things. But I understand it's a normal thing to eat in most, not most cultures, but in a lot of cultures, and it's what they eat on a daily, and they find it delicious and it's nutritional. But for me, It's okay, I can live without it. But the sauce that it's mixed with, the spices, I like that part. It's really, really tasty. It's just the fish part is what's powerful to me. You can never go wrong with a boiled egg. A little bit of protein in your meal. I really love how this dish offers peanuts with it. That's interesting, but I love peanuts. Really excellent too. They're roasted really well. And the rice comes on this little bed of like, I don't know, grass paper, whatever you call it. As you can see, I ate most of the lot. What is that? As you can see, I ate most of the Nasi Lemak and it was quite delicious. So now I gotta finish up the other plate here, which is the Lobak, the chicken meat wrapped in the bean curd sheet. Absolutely delicious. Oh, that one was crispy. Wow. And you never can go wrong with this like this chili sauce stuff here. Oh, it's so delicious. Alright, last bite here. Phenomenal. So the cost of the Nasi Lemak was $8.90. Also very affordable. Alright guys, just come outside. Just finished eating at that restaurant. It was absolutely phenomenal. Really good meal. And as you can maybe tell from behind me and around me, it looks like it's about to rain. Here in Kuala Lumpur at this time of the year, it does often rain in the evening time. So in the afternoon is when you have a higher likelihood of it raining. And yeah, it just might. But I think I'm gonna end the video there. It was a good day so far, just walking around and checking out the mosque area, over by Little India, trying some local food. And like always, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video soon from another adventure here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Peace guys.